Hi folks, welcome to Fort William. I arrived here last night. The drive up from Edinburgh was treacherous. It was in the dark, it was raining, snowing, windy, everything was thrown at me. And I slept in the van last night, woke up this morning and thought, I'll film a video, but it's actually got worse. So I'm just gonna have to ride this storm out. I eventually lost patience with the weather and I just decided to go for my walk no matter what was thrown at me. This is how you get to the road through Glen Nevis from Fort William, and just coming up on the left hand side you'll see the main car park and visitor centre for a Glen Nevis ascent. That's if you're going via the tourist path anyway. Now I've never driven beyond this point before and I was expecting the road to deteriorate quite badly, but it turned out to be one of my favourite stretches of road anywhere. You'll soon come to the Lower Falls car park. In fact, that's the one you can see just on the right hand side here. But this isn't where you need to stop. If you're short of time, do what I've done here and just cross the bridge over the River Nevis, and then with the river on your right hand side, continue up this single track road, and that'll take you into the heart of the glen, and best of all, a free car park. Well, it's been a really kind of stop-start day so far. The weather's all over the place, but I'm still really happy I've come out here. So this is the very last car park down Glen Nevis. I didn't even realise you could drive this far. Now from this spot we're going to try a wee walk today to the second highest waterfall in Scotland, if the weather stays on side. Fingers crossed. There we are, Steall. Now I have heard that the proper pronunciation for this is Steall, but you can let me know in the comments if that's right. The path through the gorge is uneven, rocky and slippery with a steep drop on one side. Take extreme care as fatal accidents have happened here. Wear appropriate footwear, and keep children and dogs away from steep edges. You have been warned, and so have I. Look at that, from here you can actually walk all the way to Corridor Station. I've got a video on that. The path is very easy to start with here in the foothills of Glen Nevis, but I'm expecting it to get a wee bit more tricky. Now I'm pretty sure that's not the falls, I hope not anyway. This wee rocky path actually feels very much like the start of the Glen Nevis walk. Let's just not talk about the last time I tried that. Now when I was reading about this somewhere, I saw that it was described as one of the most beautiful short walks in Scotland. Now that's saying something, but I'm really beginning to see why. But I can also see why there's so many danger signs as well. Although there are some bits to help you out here. I think it's maintained by the John Muir Trust. The water flowing through the rocks down there, it's crazy, it's magnificent. It's almost like it's been created by Disney or something, it doesn't look real. just come round a very windy corner and I can see the falls in front of me. Wow, it's stunning! Folks, I'm so sorry about the wind noise in today's video, but just look at this setting. You've got a beautiful meadow in the heart of the glen, in the foothills of Britain's tallest mountain. And on the other side, you've got Steall Falls. It's just incredible. When you look up past the waterfall, you've got this vast expanse of meadow just extending into the distance. It kind of reminds me of the Hidden Valley a bit. You've got sheep grazing, and I'm sure at night you'll have deer walking across here. It's actually started to snow now, so I'm heading back to the van. Enough! This cool little bridge is not far from the waterfall, but don't worry, you don't have to cross it as part of this walk. I'd hoped to give it a go, but to be honest I lost my nerve. Maybe we'll return on a sunny summer's day when I've found some bottle. But as for today, I'll just need to swallow my pride and leave it to this guy to have all the fun. Well, there are some brave souls going for the crossing of the bridge, but not me today. Just the way the weather conditions are. I'm too scared. Is howling today. I wouldn't like to be up on Glen Nevis, that's for sure. Oh. Well, as I make my way back to the van, I'm absolutely soaked, but it was totally worth it. For anyone wanting to do this walk for themselves, if you park where I parked at the very end car park, it's only about a half-hour walk to the falls. But especially in conditions like today when the rocks are slippy, the path is treacherous. So make sure you focus and wear proper boots. And don't film yourself when you're doing it. Yes folks, that was my bed last night, but tonight I'm thinking to try and find a wee bed and breakfast or hotel or something. Alicia sent me 25 quid, how sweet is that, because she was worried about me sleeping in the van again and catching a cold. Well, that was well worth the trip up here, so I'll head back into Fort William now. I say try and find somewhere to stay tonight, try and get dried off a little bit, and then if the weather is a wee bit better tomorrow, we'll have some more adventures. As I started the drive back into Fort William, the weather was looking like it might never improve. In fact, I think it was getting a wee bit worse. But then, out of nowhere, suddenly I saw some blue in the sky. Something we've barely seen in Scotland for weeks, and it was a welcome sight after getting a good soaking up in the glen. The town was certainly looking a bit more attractive in the sun. I've never much liked Fort William as a place, but it's all about location, and you can't beat it for all those Highland adventures. It's hard to believe it's the same day. Welcome to Scotland, eh? If I'd known it was going to be like this, I would have timed my walk for a wee bit later today. And you might say, "Ah, Steve, why didn't you check the forecast?" I did, and it was the same all day. Right, I found somewhere to stay. Don't worry, I haven't been arrested, but this is an old police station. It's called the Garrison. It's right in the centre of Fort William, and tonight I'm going to be staying in one of the old cells. Let's see what it's like. Cell block 8 to 13. Cell block 8 to 13. Now I'm in 9. Where are we going? Ooh. Oh, look, it's the actual cells. This is quite cool. Number 9. It's actually so small, it's difficult to show you the room without standing outside. Look at this, it's absolutely tiny. This genuinely is an old cell. But despite its size, it's actually very nice. You've got your own private shower, but it's not in the cell because the cell's too small. But there is a toilet in here. And the toilet. Okay folks, I bid you good night. There's not a cell that can hold me, so we'll be breaking out in the morning.